If I could hop in a time machine and visit myself at age 30, I would probably slap myself in the face. Seriously, I wasted the most critical wealth-building decade of my life focusing on the wrong things. I was obsessed with saving pennies while losing dollars. If you are in your 20s, 30s, or even 40s, understanding the game of money is the only way to escape the rat race. So today, I'm breaking down the 9 money lessons I wish I knew sooner. These aren't just theories. These are the mathematical truths that changed my net worth forever. Let's dive in. Lesson number 1. Scalability. Your income matters way more than cutting costs. We hear financial gurus screaming at us to stop buying lattes to get rich. That is terrible advice. You cannot save your way to millions if your income is stagnant. Everyone loves yelling at you to stop buying lattes. If you stop drinking coffee, you'll be rich. No, you won't. Cutting a $5 habit won't make you wealthy if your income never grows. Here's the math. Cutting coffee saves maybe $20 a month. That's $240 a year. That won't move the needle. But increasing your income by even $200 a month, that's scalable. That's real wealth. How do you increase your income? Knowledge and expertise. Read a book, take a course, get a certification. One tiny upgrade can unlock an extra $200, $300, even $500 a month. All right, take a breath. Lesson 1 is simple. Income is scalable. Cost cutting is not. Now let's talk about the second trap almost everyone falls into. Lesson number 2. You probably need way less money than you think to live your ideal life. A lot of people think they need $200K, $300K, even $500,000 a year to be happy. But those numbers, most of the time, they're completely made up. Instead of guessing, reverse engineer your lifestyle. List out what you'd spend on food, hobbies, rent, travel, entertainment, and then calculate the actual income required. When people finally do the math, they're shocked. Most realize they don't need $200K, they don't need $150K, they just need clarity, not fantasy numbers. Let's say your dream lifestyle costs about $7,000 a month. That's roughly a $125,000 salary after taxes. Still a lot, but way less than what most people imagine. So that's lesson 1 and 2. Increase your income and stop guessing your lifestyle number. Now let's move to lesson 3, and this one might surprise you. Lesson number 3. Experiences are almost always worth more than things. And this is one of the few money lessons people only understand after wasting thousands chasing the wrong stuff. Most physical purchases lose value the moment you buy them, but experiences, they grow more valuable over time. A good trip, a concert, a meaningful moment with people you care about. Those get richer every year you remember them. A lot of people spend their 30s chasing things that don't move the happiness needle. A new phone, trendy clothes, random gadgets, they're fun for a week. Then they fade. And look, I'm not telling you to never buy anything. I'm saying, if you're choosing between a quick hit of dopamine or a memory you'll treasure for life, choose the memory. Lesson number 4. Travel doesn't have to be expensive, but it can get emotionally expensive if you're not smart about it. Most trips get expensive, not because of flights or hotels, but because people don't decide beforehand what they actually want from the trip. No plan equals overspending. And here's the emotional part. When you overspend while traveling, the stress ruins the trip. You're supposed to relax, not worry about every swipe of the card. So don't just plan your itinerary, plan your budget and your emotional energy too. A calm, simple trip beats an expensive, stressful one every single time. And that's lesson 3 and 4. Experiences over things, and smarter travel means happier memories. Now, let's move to lesson 5, and this one hits most people hard. Lesson number 5. Don't use debt to buy things that lose value. This is one of the fastest ways people sabotage their financial future, without even realizing it. When you use debt to buy something that loses value, you get hit twice. Once when the value drops, and again every month when the interest rises. That's a double loss. Take cars, for example. A brand new car loses about 10% the moment you drive it off the lot, and nearly 20% in the first year. If you finance that car, you're paying interest on something losing value every month. And look, I'm not saying you shouldn't own a car. I'm saying the worst car is a new car you can't afford, especially if you're financing it for 6 or 7 years. The same thing happens with credit cards. Buying a new phone or designing item on credit, the value drops every year, but your interest rate keeps climbing. If it loses value and you pay interest on it, that's a double loss. Double the pain, double the stress. So what should you do instead? Use debt only for things that grow in value, or for tools and education that help you earn more, and pay cash for things that lose value. That's lesson 5. Don't use debt on things that lose value. In part 4, we talk about one of the smartest financial advantages people forget to use. Lesson number 6, always take advantage of free money. And yes, free money does exist in the real world. Most people just ignore it. One of the biggest forms of free money is your employer match. If your company matches 3% or 5% of your 401k contribution, that's an instant 100% return. No investment on earth gives you that. But most people skip the match. That's like someone offering you free cash and you saying, "Nah, I'm good." It's crazy. So listen, if your employer offers a match, take it. That alone can add tens of thousands to your retirement over time. Lesson number 7. Protect yourself before you try to grow. Most people focus on making more money, but forget they're one emergency away from losing everything. You don't build wealth by playing defense forever, but you also can't play offense if you're constantly exposed. One medical bill, one accident, one job loss, and your entire financial plan collapses. That's why your first line of defense is an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting in a high-yield savings account can save your entire financial life. And second, basic insurance. Health insurance, auto insurance, and renter's insurance protect you from disasters that would take years to financially recover from. So remember this, growing your money is important, but protecting what you already have is even more important. And that wraps up lessons 6 and 7. In part 5, we'll cover a lesson that hurts at first, but becomes one of the highest ROI decisions in your entire life. Lesson number 8, capital loss carry forward. This is one of the most underrated tax advantages normal people never use, even though it can save you thousands over the years. Here's how it works. If you lose money on an investment, you can use that loss to reduce future taxes. Not just this year, but every year until the loss is fully used. Let's say you lost $5,000 on a bad investment. You can use up to $3,000 of that loss this year, and the remaining $2,000 can roll into next year. It softens the punch, legally. All right, lesson 9, and this one, you've definitely seen it in real life. Your genius investor friend is not actually a strategy. Everyone knows someone who bragged about a 100% return on a meme stock, but conveniently forgot to mention the 8 terrible trades they made before it. People advertise their wins, not their losses. The problem is not the friend, it's the data. You're basing your decisions on biased information, and biased information leads to dumb decisions. Your friend's win doesn't mean anything if there's no repeatable system behind it. Wealth is built on consistency, not lucky breaks. So instead of copying random wins, build your own predictable plan. Consistent investing, diversification, clear rules you can follow. That's what actually moves you forward. And that's all 9 lessons. If you found even one of these useful, drop a like. It really helps the channel. And if you want more money lessons that actually make sense, I'll see you in the next one.